Hi everybody, welcome to the Pagan Perspective. My name is Angel and this is Thursday during Subs Week. What we're talking about this week is the afterlife. Okay, the question comes from Danielle or Daniel P. Recently in the news, there was a 38-year-old man named Tony Yale who was pronounced dead for about 45 minutes, then began showing signs of life. He was in a coma for 5 days and he woke up, and the media reported he had no recollection of what happened. It says, I was a little disappointed. I think one would have some kind of afterlife experience. Do you suppose this is proof there's no afterlife? Do you believe he was really dead? I myself had an orb when I was sick, and it just shook my faith a little to hear that he had no grandiose story to tell about the other side. So I guess there's two questions here. Do you suppose this is proof there is no afterlife, and do you believe he was really dead? As far as him being really dead, I have no clue. I have no idea. I would hopefully assume that if, the doctors know more than me and how to determine if somebody was dead, and, they would know. As far as, do I suppose this is proof there's no afterlife? Absolutely not. There are tons of stories of people who had no recollection whatsoever, and just as many stories of people who did. And all the stories are conflicting. Not all the stories, but there are stories that are conflicting. So not everybody has the same experience. Not everybody goes to the same place, sees the same things, and I don't mean just the same people or loved ones or what have you. So I don't think that this has any impact on whether there is an afterlife or there isn't. I myself have contemplated the afterlife for many, many years due to many losses, and I believe we come back into this life as in a different body. To what determines that, to what body, what life, I haven't found an idea that resonates with me to where I'm like, yep, that's what I believe. So I'm still searching for that. But I still do think there's an afterlife. For one, because we're energy. Energy never dies. It transforms. So we transform into something else. We don't just go into nothingness, or at least I don't believe we just go into nothingness. I kind of look at this like the reason why we don't know, and to me, when I look at the world at large, I think, can we really handle divine information like that? I mean, we fight about politics and religion, and we kill people over different ideas. I mean, we're kind of barbaric as a being, I don't mean everybody, but if you look at just in general, I mean, do we even have a right to that information? I don't know. I'm not sure about that. But this is how I see it. Knowing what's going to happen after kind of might be like reading the end of a book and then trying to go back and read the rest of it. It's kind of ruined. Or watching the end of a movie and then trying to go back and watch the whole movie. I mean, what's the point? If you know the ending, what's the point? So, the fact that he didn't have any kind of major details or any details, I don't really think that has to do with anything, Maybe it's locked in his subconscious. Maybe he just doesn't remember it yet. Who knows? The mind is tricky, But But no, I don't really think it's proof that there's not an afterlife. And as far as if he was dead, I believe that maybe in a clinical term he was dead. You know, I don't know what machines he was hooked up to. I don't know how they determined he was dead. I do know that people have been considered dead and buried and, you know, have come alive in coffins and or come back to life in coffins. So, you know, how they came back, why they came back, I have no idea. Maybe they weren't finished with whatever they needed to do. I'm not really sure about that either. But that's another thing that I'm trying to figure out. But to answer your question, that's kind of what I think. It's not proof that there is an afterlife. It's not proof there isn't, you know. I think that we're always searching and we're always trying to figure out, you know, what's going on and, you know, how we get there. And really, you know, I don't know if I want to know, you know. I mean, I don't know if I want to know, you know. I don't know if I want to know. Because I am enjoying the book. I am enjoying the movie. And I don't think I want to see the ending or read the ending before I get to see and read everything else. So, that's just my little idea of it. I hope it answered the question, or at least gave you my viewpoint on it. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who's watching, and you know, basically have a great week. And if you're where I am, I'm in New England, and it's cold and snowy. Please, please, please stay warm, stay safe, bring in your pets, and you know, just be good to each other. All right. So until next time, everybody, blessed be, and bye.